baby, I'm free. Jesus. You can't quit my mom. Maybe say, and that you baby, I'm a perfect this year by home. You remember, Tiamia, Mumman and Tiasi. Yes. Baby, present it, I had your baby. By God. The Radinam is so can answer some Jesus. No one ever. Me phone said about me and Abba. You about me and Tiamia. The Nigia, what your friend said. About we are when you know. Now 2024, and your morning, I just say, oh, but the Nibaje. The Nigia and Hades. Yes, I am the prophet of God, the nation prophet. Oriba Sanda Katori Alabadi. Senior prophet. When you meet to me, Jesus. Would you move on there? Then I may catch it out. Yes, go. Papa, so for you and come up. And Sonny said, when you mean I'm Sonny and Castle Pamboy, true for cash. And yet, that we use it. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Yes, go. Why did you? Make a radical. And yet, you play a mission. And you saw the Abia Messi and Matthew who is getting it. And you can't meet the baby. So, when you are Mia, can this in it was say, Sammy Flabadia, but Sammy, I'm afraid. Jesus. You can't quit my mom. Maybe say, and yet you play a perfect this year by home. You remember, Tiamia, Mumman and Tiasi. Yes. Baby, present it, I had your baby. By God. The Radinam is so can answer some Jesus. Me phone said about me and Abba. You about me and Tiamia. The Nigia, what your friend said. About we are when you know. Now 2024, and your morning, I just say, oh, but the Nibaje. The Nigia and Hades. Yes, go. I am the prophet of God, the nation prophet. Oriba Sanda Katori Alabadi. Senior prophet. When you meet to me, Jesus. Would you move on there? Then I may catch it out. Yes, go. Papa, so for you and come up. And Sonny said, when you mean I'm Sonny and Castle Pamboy, true for cash. And yet, that we use it. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Yes, go. Why did you? Make a radical. And yet you play a mission. And you saw the Abia Messi and Matthew who is getting it. And you can't meet the baby. So when you can this in all right. Me mamunyi na kwa na America will say we are live on 2 social media platforms. So called Facebook. We are live on Freemind Family News. So called YouTube. So we are live on Freemind Family. Message abusuya. Unya basu anu bomode na share na like send be adwumadi ebetimi akona nimenda. Those of you who are watching us on Facebook, you can as well send stars to support this program. It's as simple as that. Yeah, go straight to the point. Who say video be go on social media concerning na Otumfuo Nyamekese Asante kotoko hene. Who say video be circulate on social media. Na yeni ka yenhwe sa video no na se wi a ya fa no point by point amagana fo nyina enya omo ho entiase enti yeni ka yentie ensempoti a Otumfuo Nyamekese ode etudwa listen
me dase so enra no anam nana ba ko so me frame me wantimi amma ho osnana ya ka kire me ntimi so me ba na mabehwe na me so ma fa block ba ko no maye so and I'm here, this is $1.2 million. Was it Menya Namdia? So, and Unti Nipani be a 50 as a cheddar. Who nya $1 million, no? Who benya 100 cities for mamma? So, and Yakani in Aboma, Ibenya Ghana, Ibenya says Canaya. So, 150 the magic, not your workers here will be seen to Magiaka. So, Minister Pato, Takram Bakayano, Montakabaji is going to be a moment. And before you know, Baji be a moment. So, on better more, a day of when you know, Baji is going to be the Abramo. So, I may catch a moment in Namuja. So, as I cry, I'm dead to do. So, and cry, I'm dead to do. So, and no, Munyai, and you ran Namusha. When on the Bama more much me and Munyamo.
All right, Mamin Chechrimu, near Air Kosuni. Otumfuo say to say, Kumasi, Okomfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, G, tiny dodo. Osei, here, renovation. Osei, 8 years Asante, share NPP for nsa. Nanka or share ni muase, Akufo-Addo BCC. Now or share ni muase Bawumia BCC. Now or share ni muase Asante NPP a buying BCC. Now so, omudi kayamano 4 years na wanye. And a jai san say, omodo NPP a buying. Omodo Akufo-Addo edo Bawumia minia, omosa kotuaba. SRD another 4 years SRK omo. Sa 4 years no so next year ya so ahwe ni mu a Akufo-Addo a oma Bawumia so a oma obi ani ho a oba. Energy no ya na eye tan egu na hinie no animu ase. Egu Asante animu ase. Ndi say the baby a edru no hu say NPP aban afeli ni nti no oye fund raising ohia $1.2 million e de akosiesie G. Na sa $1.2 million no mo amosha mi na Asantefo so wo 100 Ghana cedis afabra obeje. So wo 200 cedis afabra obeje. Sika bia wo bia nya obenya bia afabra obeje. This is what is going on. Otumfuo say ohia $1.2 million pay akosiesie Kumasi G. Etino no matter where you are, oya Asante ni oti abrochire ye kasa na okoko apai na wo defend NPP aban ye de ye Asante ukuma pemu a apem beba e na ye de anie e na wan kimo uno yo mi wi amecheke why me dasi pa me wi amecheke why I will get back to you me dasi be brave oti abrochire ye kan Asante ho asem ye kan Asante fo ho asem na obu ofu na wudi atem na ukasa ena media mi Asante ni ena piao ena date na Ghana for de mompa Asante fo asem ena hwan na bribia na Asante sebi yo yenkwa na eto aba na uka mu asem edi nsemfo Otumfuo say abroche na wote no $1,000 fabre no or say $2,000 no fabre no €1,000 $1,000 $1,000 hwan ba bia wotie bia any currency bia Otumfuo say on poshe obeje Otumfuo say oye ampucheche sika bia wo bia se eye naira se eye cedi se eye dollars se eye euros se eye pound sterling se eye Kenyan shillings be bia wotie bia o de ba minua omposhe obeji because e was se osiesie G na G no ohia $1.2 million pe. Now sadie we ya Otumfuo aye no mamemfa de sei mamemfa free sei sadie we ya Otumfuo aye no e send message bi ama Asantefo Otumfuo send message bi ama Asanteman ugina Kumasi kire say Katie ano John Dramani Mahama esi ye no sebi o eyami Otumfuo ne saa na ahene ene ekwa abrochire ekwaje ebesia besi ye meti Kumasi minim no kura no na so manka da because me pese Mahama enim gu asenti because menyan disini because me pe Mahama asemunti metina Kumasi ya eya hwe ha say mungu Mahama enim asese aye se me mpreduasa Katie ana Mahama esi ye ede share me Otumfuo animonyam no eyemi Otumfuo ene saa na ahene na yekwa abrochire kwaje besi ade besi ye moka saa asem no metie na so manka ho hwe because menyan disini me pe Mahama asem muntie me yenia na yedi NPP achi for over the years abribia ye to aba ye kire Ghana for say NPP for there sabo de sebi aboa ponche kra begina ho a ebe to aba ama aboa ponche no ya hwa ani mu a senka NPP ebesiesi Asante ya hwa ani mu a senka Akufo-Addo ya hwa ani mu a senka Bawumia ebesiesi Asante na so menua 8 years ni omunye foko 8 years ni omunye foko enti no baby a ade na duro no baby a eduro no muntie baby a eduro no sabi se manya ana se ya anya ye ni megu wase enti no Otumfuo is sending a clear message say NPP are disappointing mo Se NPP aban na abribia moto abama no. Party na abribia mudi echa yetumu fa muntie no. Otumfuo o kire mo se sa party no afeli mo. Listen to me carefully. Otumfuo kire mo se sa party no afeli mo. NPP aban afeli Asante. And they say the Otumfuo has now come on social media begging for money, raising funds to go and renovate Okomfo Anokye Teaching Hospital G. Kumasi. Listen to me carefully. Now, young funny say, and young one abujina Kumasi, muntie ha, mumra. Yenika yenti video yansana makasa, yanko.
I say Ramama, so what Katia motivation is here.
Katia, and you want to see it. Katia, no, and you Otumfuo, and Sama Henny. One when I found project by now, or notice one of our yabano, Anthony Amani Bemu, and you want to see it. And you want to see it.
Who say Ramama see Katia,
and you want to see it. And you want to see, I know what is one. Anthony, I didn't show so. I said, Mamma, to see it. Otumfuo. And then penny for Quack was one will could be.
Okay. I said, I say, we say, now I was walking, so what did I say? Yellow Mamma, you're not obviously, I controversial. I am not blessing the air, says Heno. Nanado at the sword, the Amoyano. And Nanado, nay, I am not pencil, and yes, and Nanado dinner, that's all.
All right. Enye mwana bujina Kumasi. Aya na Ghana phone nyina nim se Kumasi Kate ya phase 1 John Dramani Mahama ne si ye. Na John Dramani Mahama complete ye. Phase 2 no ohyase wanwie almost 8 years ni Akufo-Addo oma ho. Na so motena Kumasi kire se enye John Dramani Mahama ne si ye na emum eye Otumfuo ne saa na ahene ene kwa abochire kwaje besia e de besi Kate ya. Na se mo kire Ghana for se Otumfuo to meje besia ma ne ye. Much Ghana for say Otumfuo is almost like the central government. Oyobia otimi kwa abroche ekwaje besia ebesiesi Asanteman ye. Ni say no so Otumfuo say Kumasi G enkoye wahwe animu na ban na oto aba ema no omo meye Akufo-Addo omaho Bawumia omaho omo bia ni wa oba behwenti no e wo say onu ankasa ofato ne ho so esiesie Kate ade a edi enti e na Otumfuo enkwa abroche enkwaje besia emfa mesiesie eye G. Ketia G. Because most Otumfuo no otimi age besia mane yi. It is say baby a G na dru no. And I say na G ni say no. Edi enti na Otumfuo nkwa abrochi one saa na ahene ensa nkwa abrochi enkwaje besia emfa emesiesie G a say de Otumfuo sika say o 100 a fabra obeje o 200 a fabra obeje o 300 a obeje o dollars a obeje o naira obeje o cedi a obeje. No matter the currency you have obeje edi entia Otumfuo enkwa abochire enkwaje besia embra besi yetumufo amuntie ye ka no kra kire ma muntie moti Asante moti Kumasi ene jimi mu na motie ena mo sorry ena Asante your mind ena mo tan yani ena pia now so everything is going down within Kumasi. Everything be ni wa ekwe Kumasi apart from bra efri bra John Dramani Mahama efri abemu be ni wa ekoso within Kumasi. Akufo-Addo ba ye Bawumia ba ye bon kire me on see empo a single hospital within Kumasi. Otumfuo say ohwani mu asenka Akufo-Addo bra meye wa meye because Akufo-Addo ba he Otumfuo say unsi hwe Kumasi o hospital la unsi bi eja unsi bi ekwanya unye bi sebe imprediasan common renovation so ma hwe ni mu almost 8 years ni o ma meye udi fra be mu next year o meye onye. They say there wa fato ne ho so a Osei sika say o 100 afabra o 200 afabra no matter the amount of money you have afabra obeje akosiesie eye G. Listen now, so mo party chairman eye for Asante region sa kwasiampani we chima wontumi osi eye Larabanga box kwasiampani we etimitina Kumasi say obeto Chelsea kwasiampani we etimitina Asanteman mutina Ghana ha eche Ghana for say owo enough money obeto Chelsea football team. Sa kwasiampani we has been your party chairman Kumasi and a maso so ne so and I want to me and a chema want to me and a hwan Osei motion ya Osi eye Larabanga Mox kwasiampani we otumi nsiesie G na so osi mosque Kwasi Ampani we si Larabanga Mosque na so G na ese no onfa ho G na ese no onfa ho ni a onimu ane Kwasi campaign and then Otumfuo se ohia sebi 1.2 million dollars but they say the total cost ni na 10 million but 1.2 million dollars for renovation one block without a base or whatever. No, the bottom line is Otumfuo hieska. Otumfuo say ohia sika to go and renovate Okomfo Anokye Teaching Hospital G. Now so Kwasi Ampani way, but party chairman Krasini na oti Kumasi no Osei Larabanga Mosque costing millions of dollars. G no on fa me say NPP emfa Asanteman puntu ohu. Ya na asem we kan dodo na ntiase NPP aban no. They don't care about Asanteman puntu because omuni mu say Asante for dodo na agini. Yesese Asante o, yesese Kumasi o, yensese Kumasi o mo beto aba ma omo. Enti no menua omunya tumia they don't care because na pon ejina Kumasi kira mo say Kumasi for de ni amuhia ni t-shirt. Ni amuhia ni Bawumia t-shirt mo beto aba ama NPP. Enti no mo hia mpuntu ni amuhia ni t-shirt. Na no ya Bawumia delegates ya o ma delegate bia o kasika ni nabo mu a was spending over millions of dollars. Bawumia nko was spent over $1.6 million on delegates alone. Say all chase can kwase monto aba emano. Now Otumfuo say o here common $1.2 million. E dey aye renovation e wo G. E no krabo no all sre and san wonya. Otumfuo is begging for money. Eti mana anwe da say emre bi bedru a Otumfuo nyame kesi na yenka ne ho asem Ghana ha. Otumfuo nyame kesi na oso che Ghana me say Ghana hinie nyina. Otumfuo nyame kesi na unya boni din pena sebisebio asantefo binum etu yani esi wuso no ba na anwe da say Otumfuo nyame kesi ebetena Kumasi asre sika say 100 Ghana obeje 200 Ghana obeje 300 Ghana obeje minua ma na anwe da say a time this day will come ma na anwe da Mana anwe da se emre bi ba Otumfuo nyame kesi na yenka ne ho asem no obetena Kumasi asre sika se ode kwa akosiesie G mana anwe da obi ka cheme aka menyini. But today this is playing before our very eyes. Indication Asanteman say it's about time wa e wase mu changing madwin. It's a clear sign Asantefo say it's about time wa moti ase say san kwase party na mudi akire no enya hwe mu Asante. Enya hwehwehwe mu Asante anya hwe krampo no John Dramani Mahama emreso. These are the projects he did within Asante region. Mamenche bako anya hwe krampo no John Dramani Mahama na Osei Afari Military Hospital enye anya hwe krampo no. Now mind you say John Dramani Mahama enya only 4 years pe. John Dramani Mahama Asantefo dodo na anto abama no Sanya nanu ya voter region Akufo-Addo edimrika ekache voter for say esan say omuanto abama ntino he shouldn't have been there. John Dramani Mahama so ni mu say Asantefo dodo na anto abama no so obai esan say odwe Ghana fo nyina ho na oti ase say we to mawo we anto amawo. The moment you become president you are obligated to serve the entire nation and everybody must have a quota in the national development. John Dramani Mahama emresun Osei Asante John Dramani Mahama na Osei Afari Military Hospital Asanteman enye and sebio this like you are seeing on your screen enye Afari Military Hospital enye John Dramani Mahama in less than 4 years na Osei afi sabra Mamenche wade John Dramani Mahama na ebesine Asantefo binum gusu di na temo no John Dramani Mahama within 4 years na Osei Bekwai Government Hospital Asante na asimu jina Kumasi edi Mahama atem kire say Mahama nya hwi na ebom keti ano krampo no Otumfuo ne sa na ahene ne kwa abrochi kwa jebesi ade besiye Otumfuo te sa sebo nyina so anka ho asem because on pe Mahama asem on pe sebi NDC fo asem na so this same Otumfuo na John Dramani Mahama ekoja nanim eche ne senana efrimra minya tumi Asantefo binum eto aba ema amebo minya tumi no enyuma sei na betimi aye within Asante region Akufo-Addo got the same opportunity okojina Otumfuo anim ade na oye ne se na oyi ni ministers na ahwe Otumfuo na wuntumi nie na hwan nie na we nie na hwan nie na sei what John Dramani Mahama did by telling Otumfuo what he has done within the region, you know, Akufo-Addo now about a man no could not do the same thing. Now, this is Bekwai Government Hospital, built under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama in less than 4 years. Afe Sabra, Yanko Fomena. This is okay, the same Bekwai Government Hospital. This is the Bekwai Government Hospital, a drone shot of the Bekwai Government Municipal Hospital built by John Dramani Mahama in less than 4 years. This is what John Dramani Mahama did for Asante. When in they are all within Asante region. It is John Dramani Mahama is Asante. Now so sabi mujina Kumasi di Mahama tem Otumfuo anka word yenka no krencha Asante. Yenka no kure encha Asante. Afi sabra. Mame say you went this is a Fomena District Hospital. Me no under John Dramani Mahama in less than 4 years. We were Fomena were hefa e wa Asante region. Bekwai e wa hefa e wa Asante region. Kumasi wa hefa e wa Asante region. John Dramani Mahama otachi every part of Kumasi. John Dramani Mahama empuntu ana odebre Asante no. Senka John Dramani Mahama iya 20 years and ase empo onya full 8 years amesenka Asante besha sie afane ntuma pefra. John Dramani Mahama na osi saadie we ma Kumasi Fomena Government Hospital, Fomena District Hospital, John Dramani Mahama in less than 4 years na isima Asante. Na so mujina Kumasi edi Mahama atem, mujina Kumasi ekanfo chire Mahama. Listen to me carefully. Akufo-Addo ba ye me say Bawumia se ena de Akufo-Addo nko na monto aba ema ono Bawumia. Bisa Bawumia say Freemind Bawumia ba ye. Now mind you say for the past 8 years na Bawumia na ebu Ghana wo. Medi kama Ghana for inati as say for the past 8 years na mode ashe Akufo-Addo nsan Bawumia na run economy no because Bawumia na ochire say waye adwuma da at the Bank of Ghana. The money is there. Esan say John Dramani Mahama abawunti ena sebi besiankwa na ogba ontimi NCC Ghana. Now so omo die se moto abayema omo na se minua omo ba. The money is there. They are not going to borrow. They are not going to do this and do that. Etino. Akufo-Addo enya agidi Bawumia mu etino. For the past 8 years, Akufo-Addo at the Ghana eshe Bawumia say Bawumia en control Bawumia en govern because they believe so much in Bawumia. And yesha say and Bawumia economic messiah. Now Bawumia was giving speeches from Legon to UDS to UCC to KNUST. Bawumia was giving speeches everywhere, insulting Mahama, calling Mahama incompetent. Akufo-Addo enya agidie mu so Bawumia mu e de Ghana eshe Bawumia Santino for the past 8 years ni na Bawumia na all govern. So everything you have seen is the handiwork of Bawumia. And Bawumia say ne boss Akufo-Addo abon ono de onimunya sacha Akufo-Addo ntino mumma Akufo-Addo nkona ono nto aso. Now bisa Bawumia say Freemind obeye mampani 8 years ni e de be adwuma na watim aye within Asante Bawumia nya bi nka nkyeremo. Bawumia cannot even get one. Say ubisa Bawumia say Freemind obedi Ghana akonya e de mpuntuo na odi abra Asanteman Bawumia cannot even say one. Bawumia cannot even name just one. Bawumia cannot name. Now so mote Ghana isan say moye tribal na mo de madwen mu say ye de NPP etwa abofunu manti mo de chenchina say John Dramani Mahama pa be saba de sebi o anka ejimifo ento aso. Now so mote Ghana ha muni mu say ye ka mampani a osiesie Ghana ono ane John Dramani Mahama afa sabra John Dramani Mahama na osi ketia ehye Asanteman enimonyam enye Kumasi ketia. In just 24 hours, over 500,000 people make a livelihood out of this project. What's therefore? Me da se kra wakai me Konongo Government Hospital nina John Dramani Mahama Konongo ohefa e wa Asanteman mu John Dramani Mahama na oyes enwuma ni na. This is Kumasi ketia. John Dramani Mahama na osi saadie we e de share Otumfuo ne Asante enimonyam. In just a span of 24 hours, over 500,000 people make their money out of this project. Now, so what Ghana say, Mahama and creating Yuma, Mahama and being Yuma, Kwasiamu say, by creating or doing all these things, you are creating jobs. By doing all these things, by building markets, by building shops, by helping people get a place to do their business, you have no idea, say you are creating jobs, Anna. na so moti Ghana ha edi Mahama atem say ede na Mahama aye na Mahama na o saba no ede na obe some of you mo nwe se nipa. That is why today Otumfuo is begging. Esan say Asantefo binum enwintina. That's why today Otumfuo has now become a beggar. Otumfuo say 100 Ghana, 200 Ghana, how you o de ba obeje odiko minua odekwa go CCG because na buying na or trusting almost so much. Na buying na or ye master the for to abaman or more failing no. For the past 8 years, and me say NPP for say omo 2 million omo ntina say enche Asanteman enuma omo aye within Asante region. Amugu sote ho and a change na ebinom nim nyansa me nka say munya na magimi na so ebinom wagimi to the point they say no matter what say Mahama pa be sa ba de enka say be you enkwasiafo enkoso nto aso na mosa afo no ena napo eka kire mu say ne amuhia ni t-shirt munhia mpuntuo munhia kwan hospital munhia market munhia hwe ne amuhia ni t-shirt na sebi esan say mo jiminti. The moment you are giving t-shirt you vote for NPP mu jiminti and about sebi napo eka sambo asem ne kire mo because napo ni mu say Asante for dodo na jimi enimu nyansa enyamu na but dodo na enimu nyansa sa avisa bra we nyina ya Kumasi ketia. Now mind you say Kumasi ketia no na John Dramani Mahama AC in phases phase 1 and phase 2. Now phase 1 no John Dramani Mahama use less than 4 years e dey phase 1 no. Now mind you say less than 4 years now John Dramani Mahama use you know. John Dramani Mahama na the number of ministers less than 100. John Dramani Mahama or borrow less than 100 billion. John Dramani Mahama seven predators and no Bank of Ghana amoka. In fact, Bank of Ghana enyamfaso EDBC the bank hospital. John Dramani Mahama mreso Osei airport mako by 5. John Dramani Mahama mreso wani e-levy, wani COVID levy, wani Ebola money. John Dramani Mahama we ni pension for sika. John Dramani Mahama went to amana costing over $500 million. John Dramani Mahama sam wasem ya akoso inano ebi ankoso ne mreso Bastolano, John Dramani Mahama 8 million sika, John Mahama and the NDC 4 million sika, Eddie Finishi, Kumasi Ketia phase 1, Naso Minia, Omunya 4 years pe. Okomfo ba ye 8 years in phase 2 na Mahama Shasia, went me win on call home. Me the answer be kind of crash the wo. Okomfo ba ye 8 years in Ketia phase 2 na Mahama Shasia went me win on call home. Na so besi na mahu sa no kura wei na so ebinum jimi ni tribalism nti egusu Kumasi ebinum ti abroche kire se han se meto abama sebi John Dramani Mahama nkoa de Bawumia nkoso nsai Ghana bona modi mu ho abro ene mu amoti abroche mu defend Otumfuo say $1,000 no ohia Otumfuo say $100 $50 no ohia fa bread na offer enko CCG afei yemisa Otumfuo say Sabin Prebiasan says common G a Otumfuo ekwako CSE. Just a Otumfuo stress dia. Then what happens to all the gold royalties are Otumfuo G? And Otumfuo will fear landing. And Otumfuo drives in Rolls Royce. And Amuna Mosia say, Asante your mind, and Asante Osika, and Otumfuo the whole Ghana, or he need be any wa Osika Otumfuo. Now, Abrada pa alone, and then Otumfuo say we here $1.2 million. Ako see a single block. Abrada pa alone, sanitation minister, it me keep almost $2 million. I wanted them. Now, Otumfuo say, here only $1.2 million to go and renovate a single block without best nothing, just common renovation. Otumfuo say, here $1.2 million. So what you chire, what Ghana, baby, I will tibia, here usika. Ask yourself, what happened to the gold royalties are Otumfuo Gieno? Sasi kani na afahifa. And then Otumfuo is having a house in London, UK. Bisa Otumfuo Osei to say sasi kani na afahifa jesu asre ansana watimi SCC Kumasi G. All because say na banya failing no. Okomfo-Addo abaina Asantefo nya mugidie, Okomfo-Addo abaina Asantefo defend ye, Okomfo-Addo abaina sebio enam so nti Asantefo binum eka asamu asem we no muntie ansana matoaso. Listen to this woman.
No, I'm MPP. I'm not kidding. Yeah, the body of cabbage now. I'm not my MPP. The piano of some agents.
Yeah, the body was only MPP.
Metro, but that's an hour free mono and a hard because a basana. the crew no teacher mumba and dina independence here. Independent be bako. It's a basa na NPP ye beba for. Ye beba for. And ti asra mo. Penifo no hwe no mo nka na mo nka bom mrakuo num. No mo nya machiche and ya dosho. Ade bi ho mo ye na enye. Ya say yen ketwa de ka mo ntini ntranka ye beko wo mo nim straight de mo ye na enye.
Yes. Sa so by wenti Asantefoɔ binom a adwin say nti de Otumfuo your king is now a beggar. Because Asantefoɔ binom nwen John Dramani Mahama esiketia. Eye Otumfuo statue edisi ho. Wanya ne statue. Wanya Kwame Nkrumah statue. John Dramani Mahama esiketia. Eye Otumfuo statue edisi animu just to honor Otumfuo Osei too. Because Mahama ni muse Asantefoɔ de momfa Otumfuo ni agro. Mahama ni muse Asantefoɔ de momfa mo hene eni agro nti Mahama osiketia ni ma mo no e na oye Otumfuo statue edisi animu. Say Otumfuo enye eho animunyam. Ono Mahama mpo de ompe. Ono Mahama kra de mo pa minua e ma mo nkae no onfa ho na embom Otumfuo enye ho animunyam. Na so bugina Kumasi ejina ketia ho a Otumfuo statue nanim edi Mahama atemu se ketia no enye Mahama ne sie na embom e Otumfuo ene sa na ahene ene kwa abrocheje besi ade besi ye. Otumfuo tin sase mo nyina na so esan se eye John Dramani Mahama na John Dramani Mahama nodina osanso ye NDC ni nti Mahama de mungu na nimu ase after all sebi o enum guase emfata kaniba efatatani eti Mahama de onimu nyansa Mahama de monka nya wope bia mfa ne ho Otumfuo said nothing. Otumfuo didn't say a word. And then for the past 8 years Otumfuo hwe animu asenka Akufo-Addo omra mesiesie Asante. Otumfuo hwe animu asenka Bawumia omra mesiesie G. None of them now for the past 8 years omuntimi ntu anamo bia nko ho. Today, Otumfuo is now begging for your money. Say, Oti Abrochire, Oti Ghana, no matter where you are, he needs your money to go and do G. To go and then renovate Okomfo Anokye Teaching Hospital G in Kumasi. Otumfuo says he needs your money. Bring it to him. 10 million, $1.2 million. Otumfuo say, oh, yes, he can monfamreno. Martin said the total cost of the project is 10 million, but renovating a single block will cost 1.2 million. So Otumfuo was emphasizing on that single block, saying $1.2 million now. He cannot bear that cost alone. Now, so minya yeti Ghana ha Akufo-Addo a creative fake ministries. Chairman in Okomfo Akufo-Addo a creative fake ministries. Chairman family and friends. Cecilia Dapa hwan minya omunya obia nyabi. Emma ye creative a sanitation ministry. Akufo-Addo mo ne Bawumia mu creative ministries e de my family and friends. Sanitation minister Ekache mo say was spending over $48 million e de ategatemu. Common gutter. Sanitation minister Ekache mo say was spending over $48 million e de ategatemu. And the Otumfuo say ohia common $10 million or single $1.2 million e de CCG. Now so ye use $48 million e de tegatemu. Now so ye minia ye tegatanum wie no in less than 1 year in soto ye pe na the whole Accra is a flood ye. And ne sa mena we mu nyina mo hwe sa mena we sa mena we e were rich. Your friend of the pit of no return. Your friend of the biggest galamsey pit in the world. Your friend of the biggest and the most expensive pit in the world. Samina we know acoustic Ghana Akufo-Addo Bawumia Aban are spending over $500 million on this pit alone. Listen to me carefully. Bawumia and Akufo-Addo Aban almost spending over $500 million on this pit alone. So $500 million no a betting yes Kumasi Okomfo Anokye Teaching Hospital brand new one. Ama empo ebiaka. You need to be carefully. So $500 million now almost spending just to put up this pit, a betting SC a year Kumasi G a brand new one. Ama ense sample aka. Now so Oma fancy you. Omo dia two a common pits. Now so yet Ghana ha. And na sebi a Christopher Binom they were supporting this rubbish. Say I Emma Akufo-Addo ejina simple so chire mo say as a president the biggest priority ni say obesi cathedral ama Israel nyame. Yet Ghana ha, Christopher Binum supported this rubbish, supported this nonsense, and a Akufo-Addo na onsi, and a modiamon penyamisum, and a Ghana we need God. And my Paul, I don't watch you because I'm penny, a Johnny shows who catch them will say Ghana needs salvation. How Jimmy, I Casamina Motamini. Men are on permasem, me cano credit natural. Okomfo-Addo therefore na ejina simpies on Bawumia Akufo-Addo will say their biggest priority is to build you a national cathedral. Enye hospitals, enye kwan, enye airport, enye port, enye omo asemu. Omo eni swadi hunani say ombesi eye cathedral ama Ghana for abua Israel nyame ejuma in Ghana. Yenya Ghana Christopher Binum media for Binum kwasia for bit say Paul Adomotri ejana the program so catch them say Ghana needs salvation. Don't you see? Can't you see? Don't you know? We need salvation. Senebe Ghana no be fan into pefra. We need salvation. We need the intervention of the God of Israel. We need salvation. Obujina Ghana ha eka mwasem chiremo. And then Samana we know almost spending over $500 million now so sa cathedral 8 years in the omutimisi. Ama ene omwe diskama empo Danka Williams mo edwane efre ho se masa enumguase na urban ano ohye enumguase na urban ano odin we cannot bear. Therefore they have all run away from the program, but they were the same people who defended the building of the cathedral. By ene no omo hu say mori cash na ma enumguase ya benti omu na edwane omu na minua oti don obi akọ $500 million. And how much does Otumfuo want? Only $1.2 million. Nanu ya abato ya mutu ye November 4th ye Bawumia spending over $1.6 million on delegates alone. How much is Otumfuo looking for? Only $1.2 million. Cecilia Abnadapa Yehu say we're keeping more than $1 million, close to $2 million. That's your name pass. How much is Otumfuo looking for? Only $1.2 million. Ye Yusuf $48 million. Edite Odaodamu. How much is Otumfuo looking for? Only $1.2 million. Now it's on tribalism. Any Jimmy, any same hunti, ebesine, ebinom te Ghana, say, I made the same to aba, ama mahama, asabankwa, the Bawumia Tuaso. Mona moody mo bro, mona mo yemoho, mona mo samo mine, mona mo samo raging, and Utina and Asante Anre Sino. And I would do Kumasi mobo, a quine nan kete, waste collection, and kosuo ho, a dine tan, and no proper painting, na bibia basa, the whole bantama no toilet. The whole bantama, if you be anywhere toilet room, if you toilet room, unya more than 2% in bantama. Asafo, asukamu na the same thing. Ashtamu na the same thing. Toilet in him. Now so muti Kumasi, money public toilet so ya. Na mo kam muasem and a piao and a kingdom and a piao and Otumfuo de no size and the whole Ghana. Doma hene de or ya hwan chiakai or me Otumfuo baby and the Otumfuo nyamekasi is begging for money. Is begging for money because not buying the NPP are buying a failing. John Dramani Mahama Eko Pie Otumfuo enim and I say Mahama Eko Pie mo Otumfuo na se muntie semwa Mahama ede to Otumfuo enim bra na menche wade yempa no kre the biggest downfall of Ghana they say Ghana form penokre all because we are tribal, we are partisan, sebi jimini mo asemunti yempa no kre. Where's that video? Yebana me video when chiremo. Mahama Eko Pie mo what do you say? John Dramani Mahama Eko Pie mo Otumfuo na se muntie sema wakachi Otumfuo.
President Mahama in 2020, right? Eko Otumfuo. Ana Yera Akufo-Addo so Eko Otumfuo. But listen to them carefully. Listen to the two carefully. Right? Listen to the two carefully.
And let them say one ring. So if you are mammy, and send your kind say, Asanteman kind, say a bidia dance your piffy, now obiate, a Juma Abram, me yam and penny me ye was Asanteman. And yes, I may be boss say my 1,000 and something projects, where chips compounds and come home. And Juma district assemblies are here and come home. Sebi, a Janabia and come home. When you're in Juman Kasa, Abraham, ya, or my penny, ya. Nana be brain so, Wadaroma. Otayichi. Otayichi, intimate me, yes, and you may now. And to me, bono, back. Nedi kind. A jar, a yefe or West Africa in Sajani Bini home. A Kumasi h0t market. Nana, if you are, you see Tafo market, you see Asawasi market, you see Tonsu market, a drunk one no. Now, about hospital, you shall say, Sewa Hospital, Afari Military Hospital, Formina Hospital, Bekwai Hospital, Nina Ewa Asanteman.
Semati, John Dramani Mahama, anemi minia. Hospital, Mako, bear 5 in just 4 years. If I will see within Kumasi, Asanteman. John Dramani Mahama say, Sewa Hospital, Afari Hospital, Bekwai Hospital, Formina Hospital, Konongo Hospital, Mako 5 in just 4 years. And I say in less than 4 years, because the first year now was court case. Now you channel Abasani Sere. Now Kono about the first year no. When you enough concentration or shall see from the second year. Now so John Dramani Mahama 8 me manage AC hospitals anya hwe krabono. He is able to name Mako bear 5 within Asante region. Now me bisa mo say Asante foi a mota Bawumia chi efrimra Bawumia ne Akufo-Addo bedi Ghana akonya mo nkyere me hospital ben na omwasie within Asante region. Empo G crampo a ese grade don't care. Energy aye product aye ne Otumfuo say ohia musika to go and fix the problem no. Akufo-Addo emfa ne ho, Bawumia emfa ne ho, NPP abai they don't care. They don't care. Because na pot me gina Kumasi kire mo say mo de nia mo hia ni t-shirt. You see, but John Dramani Mahama etimi gina Otumfuo nim ka kire ne say enuma wo yi a me boss yi toilet nka ho. Tio Mahama ka kire Otumfuo say enuma wo yi a me boss yi na toilet nka ho. Cheap compound me see be 2000 as me fan ka ho. Where you new ma me ankasa metimi I so proud of say my year within Asante region toilet nka ho cheap compound nka ho na so me see cheap compound almost 2000. Now so Bawumia timi gina simpie so ka kire mo say ye besi toilet amamo. Now so ene motiwa se mudi sa Bawumia na chi between nia o si toilet and nia o ye enuma pa eboa Ghana fo nyina including Asante dia he na ye anya hwe krapo no Mahama si hospitals Mako ye yi cheap compound ato nchen a hospital nko within Asante region no John Dramani Mahama esi Mako bear 5 that I can name. What has Akufo-Addo done? What has Bawumia done for you people? Yenpenokre, yenkanokre, we are too tribal. We love tribalism more than progress. We prefer to be tribal than to develop as a people, as a nation. That's why we find ourselves in this mess.
Oba Akwanya, Asawasi Town roads, Swami Town roads, Tafo Town roads, Kenyasi roads, High School Junction to Janasi roads, Bomso to High School road, Kote to Ayiduasi to Campus roads, Emena to Bwedi, Apromasi to Ejiso, Bonre Junction to Bonre road, Aprede to Pakroso, Tikromba road to Antwa roads, Bekwai Town roads, New Edubiasi Town roads, Bonfa Junction to Isiwa road, Bekwai to Isiwa road, Kumau to Drombonsu road, Tepamanfo to Subriso to Fanti road, and we are quite FA9. Yeah.
Okay, so where Grano video in your class, so you have
Mahama they don't know. Video no crap on the way ya cutting the baby ewa. Mahama name me projects in Kwa almost 100, more than 100, almost 200 within Asante region Kwa. Also Okano, or say Bekwai Town roads, way roads, Hwan roads, way there Mahama was able to name. Afi Akufo-Addo so ekopie Otumfuo na ase anase Otumfuo ni mu amuntie nsemo a ono so de tuda.
oh, the full tape. America you better the full tape. Akufo-Addo had the opportunity to appear before Otumfuo on the same level, the same platform. Listen to Akufo-Addo.
Now, maybe me telephone and me said you won't show Tiasana, so we become Mamma me telephone and show. You become Asanteman commissioner, Tutu commissioner, regional minister, Minister of Transport, or here airport, known as Otumfuo and Waba, so on the bar. Now, Omar Bakwa, Yapijan, and Homobia, so Andrew Francis Asensuwache, Minister for Works and Housing, and your boss, National Security boss. One day now and then, not so much until New Year. The House also regional chairman, famous chairman one, room to me. Now,
Akufo-Addo ye nani o. Akufo-Addo John Dramani Mahama ejina Otumfuo anim. Edi obuo ni eni die ma Otumfuo. Eche Otumfuo se nana 4 years na onkofo binom ne Ghana fo nyina de share mensa no. Enyuma say na maye within Asante region ko a toilet nka ho. Chip compound nka ho, manfampo nka ho, menfa nka ho. John Dramani Mahama ejina Otumfuo nyamekese anim kire Otumfuo se nana wada Roma. Enyuma we na maye. Mahama was able to name. Now, so Akufo-Addo, on the same platform, Akufo-Addo was only introducing the ministers. And away, your friend won't to me, only why. Won't to me, no, someone now, only why. This is chairman, won't to me. Sakwa with the whole Kumasi and Kanasem, only.
I will pray in Hebrew. Todaya, Shach. Shamaki Shrai Yehovah. El ahenu Yehovah Eckhart. We ahata et Yehovah. Elohika bika nuvika. Uvika noveshika. Uvika miyodika. Toda yasach. Rurakadesh. Amen. I will pray in Hebrew. Toda yasach. Shamaki Shrai Yehovah. El ahenu Yehovah Eckhart. We ahata et Yehovah. Elohika bika nuvika. Uvika noveshika. Uvika miyodika. Toda yasach. Rurakadesh. Amen.
Told yasha. Rakadesh. Amen. Told yasha. Rakadesh. Amen. Kwasi ampani we yo. Yen kanase bo Kumasi. Kwasi ampani we nyina no. Omu timi minia omu akwanya ko Otumfuo anim. Kwasi ampani we oni Otumfuo ne nam. Kwasi ampani we has access to Otumfuo. The whole Kumasi yen kanasem. Akufo-Addo ekoyi Kwasi ampani we chi Otumfuo say ai we so ne Asante regional minister we ni minister for the end Kwasi ampani we yen kanasem. Told yasha. Rakadesh. Kwasi ampani we ene osi Larabanga mosque. Sebu ma me share mo say Kwasi ampani we ene wanya sika ma osi Larabanga mosque in Kumasi emmoa seb majimi. Kwasi ampani we etna Kumasi echere mo say semu jimi a obeto Chelsea football club ene osi mosque Larabanga mosque enie Kwasi ampani we. Oh, see evil castle. This is an evil castle. This foolish man is building a mosque, or I can say a castle in Kumasi, because the whole Kumasi now, every Galamsey money is passing through this guy, and Otumfuo is having a cut in it. Because Galamsey now a costuano. And a Ghana and Sasi, a Shagana and Hefonsem, Minia, Asante region and Sasi now she Otumfuo sem. And the saga I'm saying I cost say idea Otumfuo ka prebie ni mu a Otumfuo nya hwe free mu a Galamsey no mesinka stop you Kumasi. So the main fact is say Otumfuo ultimately stop Galamsey in Kumasi echere say Otumfuo is part of the Galamsey. And then upon Galamsey sika Otumfuo agi na echi Otumfuo chere mu say ohia only $1.2 million akosiesie na mu nyina no monye ntoboa 100 Ghana obeje, 200 Ghana obeje, 100 naira obeje. No matter the amount of money you have obeje in different currencies, on Porsche obeje. Ask Otumfuo say, what happened to the galamsey money? Mumisa Otumfuo say, galamsey zikani na afahin fa gold royalties, afahin. Onton the Rolls Royce afa minia offense CG, ni Rolls Royce onton. Ni dina or minia, ni dina or toye in UK onton offense CG. Because Ghana for ni kapre. Because enkwasi abaina Otumfuo de bread Ghana for enkwasi abaina Otumfuo buaye ema Asante for to abama sa abaino e de ahochira ba Ghana for so ntino sa sika na Otumfuo pen Ghana for ni bi ntino Otumfuo onko UK enton ni dine FNCCG Otumfuo onton ni Rolls Royce no efa NCCG yam panokre unya kobo so pen na sebi yo enkwasi afo binum kokwa pai na ye Jimmy e na wo chairman no e na o si Ghana na wo ne be yo say na Jimmy me prempunto na ama me prempunto na abu Asante ama Asante kwasi ampani we to diasha Rakadesh kwasi ampani we otikumasi yankana se Ekumfo Addo ko Otumfuo na ase emra na John Dramani Mahama eche Otumfuo ejuma wa ye no Ekumfo Addo so kopie mu Otumfuo na ase okoyi sa kwasi ampani we Rakadesh we de kire Otumfuo say this is your regional minister this is your regional chairman for NPP mo chairman ni the whole Asante region mo chairman ni kwasi ampani we na ye kan okra wonti ase meme kan okra wo say masa muntie enne saade na Otumfuo ye no kire say waji atumu se NPP aban Bawumia aban no afeli Asante nti mu amugusu ti Kumasi ena se metu aba ama Mahama nko de nka Bawumia nto aso no monwi se nipa na mo ye nipa mo nya moa Rakadesh moti Kumasi na mu Jimmy some of you Rakadesh mo nyina mo ye Rakadesh mo amojimi ni nyina mo ye Rakadesh eti no Asante nsu nyansa na Asante enya sankwase akasa wei sankwase akasa we ni sa tenie ni sa tribal comments we emu Asante baby aga na edro no Asante nyintum Asante ntiase se mo feli mo ho enye obi na afeli mu eye mo na mo feli mo ho enti no sa tribal comments we eni sa Jimmy kasa we ni sa tenie we na tenie aboa na Mahama de o tenie na kane nkentafo ba Kumasi a ye chemo so ame wa mo mpane ani ade sankwase akasa Asantefo amunyai is high time sankwase kasa wenti na tribe binum pemasem no sankwase kasa wenti ena sebi o ebinum empemasem no nti munyai sa kasa we munyai sa Jimmy sebe we muye nipa the same way not necessarily nipa muye nipa the same way anrafo so nipa muye nipa the same way enfadefo so nipa muye nipa the same way enkrafo so nipa nti munyai sankwase kasa no ena ye de ena Asante de na piaw ena yeyen ena sebi yo mompo de mu free Ghana mu free Togo ene sa Jimmy kasa no munyai ebi nie ba ko ne muntie emmoa
Isimfo money runs na sha memu ase since 1981 to 2001 entafo no mo Ghana de pa na mo ye masimfo no entafo sika ye free rolling stamp woni musimfo ya na esan anye bia simfo se na de akonwa na mienu Liman ene Mahama omudi akonwa de no motima ya ajabe Mahama timi ye disremu o akamba akwasire wakodina ukromu siremu ya nkamo Osei waye ajaji nkamo kankran sebi ntafo no franyi munyansa munyasika maba cast out umfa jichiru bukuru amusole ikroma ya tantantai isimfo maba cast out nyina se ne kubukuru akọ pese o secretary di o se organizer dia school for original na yenye baby na if you teach isimfo no apart from the woman for no move see dan papa no e for the see dan papa bi emu jaba nyi entafo se na di Ghana konya Mahama be di mfie na no sika we on fa mo sum miensa ni nyina no Mahama first ka no anka se on fa ko si hotel Dubai en confirm ni ade nya se tuko sika di ma se on fa mo asum no the whole Ghana ye japade ye nya ne se
wati we are na yiminia enkwasi afodi dada mu ena Mahama no wakosi hotel ewo Dubai Mahama tena Ghana kire mu se modie ni hotel na mosi Dubai mo ko ton fasika no mrefi nobody Captain Smart therefore ya catch mu say wo de wo a woni mu say Mahama mpo empo a single room ewo Dubai no so ne nsafa ne ko onko twa emfa metre Ghana for nobody and confirm no ya chechire mu now so esan Jimmy because bebre na ye omo adwen say ono de no matter what or NPP ni ye wo no nesan say na wo fo nyina ye NPP nti he doesn't know how come they even became NPP or no on tiasie wakosuku wawie Legon wawie UCC or friend ho crash ni now so ni maami a wonte boy ni maami a wankosuku ni maami a sabio se Akufo-Addo ka brofo mpo a on tiasie no say or NPP ni a ono kwase ampani na ono yabo ne ho ka oye crash ni no on tu maami no fu on che ni maami se maami edi enti na oye NPP ni rather ono so no or support ni maami di ni maami achi se esan se maami ye NPP ni enti me so automatically me ye NPP ni unya bobi bi so pe na ne bofu na odi atem Jimmy nti o maami nti boy o fada nti boy koko krachi ni on ti boy on onim hwe kwani onim on ti boy brofo aya no kan na on ti ase Akufo-Addo ba e na fellow Ghanaians e na ro on ti ase Bawumia kasa na wase ne kwase ase de no maami nti ase brofo nko maami nti ase wo krachi ni so akọ school on kire maami ase se maami aban yi afeli Ghana edi sabi o maami ena de so tokoso e support NPP a nyansa bia ni because NPP aban no maame yama omo 8 years omo tumi nya hwemu ayen wo a wo school wie Legon wie UDS wie UCC wie KNUST no onka sabi ensem bia nyansa wom enkyere maame wotio e na odi maame achi e na han se maame ye NPP ni nko a dia me so me NPP ni ujimi ye kasa na wodi na to na ka mo asem ene mo ne na Jimmy kasa wei na ye ka ene ntafo no ena Mahama no ede na oye kwase ampani Mahama ena esi Tamale airport ye kasa na egu Mahama ni mu ase se Mahama no ede ade na oye wosiremu Mahama na osi Tamale airport ma mo kwase afo Jimmy fo mbo a mo nwe se nipa Mahama mreso ena first plane etu free Ghana through Tamale airport NC bebia e come straight to Saudi Arabia John Dramani Mahama emreso John Dramani Mahama, every project you see in this government today was started under John Dramani Mahama's leadership. 99% of them, Mahama, ana eshasiye. Na somote na Ghana ha, yusu atro, di Mahama, temka, fonche Mahama, empoketi ana Mahama sima amono. Mujina kumase chile se, sebi, enye Mahama ni siye, nebum, Otumfuo ne sana hene kwa abrochi kwa jebisi anibisiye. Ene, se ebaji dia Otumfuo enkwa abrochi enye besia biemu ote Ghana na wose sika ide sanya moka se Otumfuo elekwa abrochi eje besia edi besi ji no ketia no enese eye ji nso a edi enti na Otumfuo ensa nkwa abrochi ensa anye besia enfa besi ji anase enfa NCC ji on se yenimu nyansa some of us ya dream we asay edi dem ya dream na say ye jimi anamu hu ana
this kind of boamo. Musem funa mo titi sire mo hono. Asante Frante, ayo dokoko. Ene bro dokoko no. Asante former say ne mom scholarship. Yes, former kwada mo coach school free. Ala na na Dubai na. Why say no, eh sisi interest obi atimi ko bi. O akamba uja di san kwasasem no. Wo si ya judge oba ye ndelo ye lo sire mo. Wo ba no mabeka nka mabeka Kumasi. Since 79 to 2001, how many years? 20-something years more. Namuno runs a symphony runs the boys. Come back, position Ben and Kutam. Then I'm really more. I'm going to say, Fumu class, someone, Moki Kazakuado. 1 year then, Mammo.
Say how? Or because Oya Santiniti, Akufo-Addo no, or Asante Krampua yen defendi, Akufo-Addo na mobili dino, on your DNA, Mammo. And of course, why not she, internal, say, why not she and so why are you complaining? Because mujina kumase chile say Akufo-Addo na na debia na mosore na Akufo-Addo onya de na emamo nti na mpanso oni Bawumia so anya hwea. Why are you complaining? Because you guys were not expecting him to do anything. And it's a wana hwe so a why are you now complaining? And na okasa and entafo no munya sika and na Kumasi na moba the same way as Asante so nya sika and kra na motie. Some say Jimmy. The same way, Sanya na waka edi ntafo atemu say, ena munya sika, enye Kumasi na mobani ade. The same way, ena Asante nso nya sika, they also come to Accra, East Legon ade. And then despite mu na omu wo wadan wo East Legon and crying. Onyan crying. The same way, ena monso munya sika, most of you mo crossing Libya ekwa abrochiri. And the Sanya mudi ntafo atemu, muni monso mo ho atemu because mu na me se mu na ejimifo, me yi twin ya doa, mu na majimi. Yensia nyansa na sa menua sa kasa fin we sa Jimmy kasa we munyai what you say sa Jimmy kasa we sa kasa fin we entafo de ena nodness de ena hwan for de we mu de nkatogo no mo free ye kan sabi ye kan Ghana fo a eyan kanfo ena san kwase kasa no munyai na twam. And I made Mahama dear yes say ofri sremu osanso ye ndis ninti mento aba ema Mahama da say Jimmy Kasano sa enkrase semo no munyai na twam ena wiase no ye the intelligence na ejina so to aba monhwe say John Dramani Mahama ebedi Ghana konwa no edi ade na otimi ye de bo Asanteman enya about say oye nodina oye ndis ni. It's not about NDC. It's not about the party of Mahama. Neither is it about the personality, the tribe of John Dramani Mahama. It's about what John Dramani Mahama was able to do to help the progress of Asante region. Yenweni senipa. Boga, yenweni. Jimiti. Today, Otumfuo is now a beggar under your leadership. Yeah? Under the leadership of NPP, no, today Otumfuo is now a beggar.
Me dase. So, and no anam nana ba konso me frame me when timi amba oho osnana ya ka kire me timi so me ba na ma behwe na me so ma fa block ba ko no ma ye. So, and I'm here sisi kan $1.2 million was wonti menya nam de aye. So, and unti ni bani bi afiti ase a kire do. Wo nya $1 million no. Wo benya 100 cities farmer me. So,
Otumfuo say we here $1.2 million. EDSAG one single block. Otumfuo say unya $1 million no 100 afabra. Hey, don't come you cray menshia don't come. Otumfuo say 100 fabra. 200 fabra. 100 fabra. Now so nano ya Bawumia bribe Bawumia triasika $1.7 million ema delegates and sana utminya 61%. Bawumia had to pay delegates. Sir, 61% in Bawumia nya no Bawumia had to pay delegates total sum of $1.6 million. Ready yango for. And I must say sorry, and Bawumia winnie and about me idea on one to aso Akufo-Addo nko na Bawumia mra NDC they never again and NDC ni yempene Akufo-Addo jina simbezo ka kire mo say ono de the last assignment aka ni say upon say we use 8 years at the aside Ghana no Akufo-Addo esa ka kire mo say the last assignment aka ni say obe impose Bawumia on you forcefully sabu po mumpo or the Bawumia bremo or the Bawumia ensi na 9. Akufo-Addo had the courage, the effrontery, the audacity. Can say same way. Dimu ina matemo say wa bon. Iti all kono so on san kono kwa. Or sa the Bawumia wa bon chain wo ena emamu. And you were there clapping, yeah. Akufo-Addo, you are clapping, yeah. Akufo-Addo, Jimmy. Bawumia tia $1.6 million. Hema delegates and sana onya common 61%. Meaning say one says as a Canadian ka onya she. Seka Bawumia entry anka onya she because otria yampono onya only 61%. Sa $1.7 million na Bawumia chichema mono could have built a year G because Otumfuo onya only $1.2 million. And Bawumia so spending $1.6 million, meaning say $1.7 million na Bawumia spending ye no obetimi anka minia obetimi di ama Otumfuo ama empo ensesanka ama Otumfuo e de asiesie G na so Bawumia o chema mo free se muni na monto abama no nso a onya only 61%. Listen, ene omo atu amena are spending over $500 million. Ama empo Bank of Ghana aboka 60 billion. Ye kana mudi atem in the history of Ghana. For the first time, Bank of Ghana aboka 60 billion plus. Okomfo ne Bawumia abro besia gu ho over 700 billion. Ubi some say a dear dinner motimia ya, especially within Asante region. Nothing. Now suppose moto minia mona moto santini eto abake sedema omu. NPP ni tina ne foundation na Kumasi, ne foundation na Asante region. E ho na moto abake se NPP die sebi ye de atwa ye funuma entimu ye den ya ye beto aba ama NPP ene mu ne. And upon all the money spent, me say, Omba Kumasi, ask them, say, Bawumia, no problem. A dear Juma na wire within Asante region. A dear bad dinner what timia ye dear boy, yen say, Nina so and Santo aba and Samau and Tuaso. Okasi Jimmy ana. Ye on ho ye nimun kwa esru, ye ohroba form. It's yen say nipa na some of us ye Jimmy Dodo. Make out ya midi matem, ye true. Because when ye and I bet you say unimunyansa na so Jimmy. E yo ne ye wanumu kasa the way I will see behaving no and I bet you say akwa we unimunyansa na so Jimmy and I say wo kwasia. E yo ne ye it is a modern Jimmy dia or say me say Jimmy. Because everything you are doing, your behavior, the way you talk, mubi biadi adansi say Asante for most of you majority no more me mama tribalism are blind demo. Mama nepotism, any Jimmy are blind demo, partisanship are blind demo, propaganda are blind demo. And I made Mahama de pet now, so Mahama na own peno. Mahama timidina Kumasi Chemu say, a Juma say na what him a year Eddie Abuamo. A Okomfo 0, Bawumia 0.
Ibenya Ghana, Ibenya Sense Canaya. So, 150 the magic, not your work as you be seen to Magiaka. So, Minister, Pato, Takram Bakayano, Montakabaji is Canadian, and Munyabaji, and before you know Abaji Biama. So, more, a day of Honin Ambaji is going to be the Abramo. So, I may catch a moment in Namuja. So, Asante Yamutedo. So,
and then Otumfuo say, baby, I will shape beer, Usika no baje. Otumfuo say 100 Ghana, 200 Ghana, baby, I will shape beer, Usika no baje. Otumfuo, oh, you chin yadwa. Oh, yeah, bug out your booty, obaje. Oh, yeah, Asante, oh, yeah, proud Asante. Take your money to Otumfuo to go and see to G. What you are ya kasana will defend it. And I'm Asante, nothing will change. Of course, we are Asante by blood and nothing will change it. Enti bibia ni wa ebe change no Otumfuo say ohia usika kwasi ampani. Otumfuo say bring him your money to go and see to G because habai na moto abama no omo afeli mo. And Otumfuo so dampo obi agi dampo. Many Ghana say Abana say ma Akufo-Addo oji dampo, Bawumia aji dampo, Otumfuo so oji dampo, obi aji dampo. Nkofia to kwasiaba 8 years ni ubi so mo say e dia adwuma na botimi aye dia bo Asanteman 0 8 years ni o 8 years ni next year December na 8 years they have done nothing. Na mo te Ghana say sebi o Akufo-Addo therefore no nko Akufo-Addo na wa say o man nko na Bawumia na wa jimi che Akufo-Addo no ento aso a na mo ankasa mo ye nipa I'm asking all of you mo ye nipa me na wodi matem tina why Muntie Mahama na mosra mudi na tem ena Mahama ni mu nyansa hey cha ena me chairman me Mahama me nto aba ma ne da apu chekai hwan na mu jimi mo ho sabo se Mahama ni mu nyansa muntie Mahama.
It is important to know that we in the NDC will not be couching propagandist slogans and passing them off as policy.
No Mahama say montie ase enti mu amunam social media e say Mahama ni message NDC ni message no Mahama say montie ase say they in the NDC no do not chant propaganda slogans. Yes, one day straight one factory one village, one dam, one constituency, $1 million, one way, one why no say what dream will say Mahama so enka san son will say Mahama or message dia Mahama say oh you're sorry on Kwanisa. Because Mahama say he doesn't believe in that school of thought. He doesn't believe in that idiocy. He doesn't believe in that unprecedented folly. Say Mahama say the core values of the NDC does not allow them to chant unnecessary slogans. Sabi yo bosha omutimi nisu Mahama say onka. Mahama say on shem kwasiabo. Say one village, one dam, one way, one the same thing. The Akufo-Addo moye Mahama say. Sa die na Bawumia mo yusu ye. Ede da mo amoto abama omo enebu nyina mo bre no. Mahama say onko ni sa. Ti John Dramani Mahama say se mo tell say ono beba bontin abeche say me Mahama so me ba no one Ghanaian, one laptop. One village, one whiny side money dear sorry, on Conisa. Mahama say, Obeka, near Obetinia ye, and Achremo. Na so Bansua, Obe making himself committed to achieving near Obetimia ya or Catchremono. On to us.
We have much to learn as a country from the disaster that has unfolded before our very eyes, when sections of our population became so enamored with empty slogans and acronyms.
Thank you. Mahama say, Mohu. Say, Sanya Ghana for NPP abai Bawumia madri eto madri with unnecessary slogans. And one village, one dam. And a year banner. Ye besi toilet. If ye be a toilet, one house, one toilet. And a one sound was your slogan now. Omo chanty at the dam. Mahama say, you guys have seen the impact. On Konisa. And these are the words of John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama say, "Sam kwasia slogans no on Konisa. Ono de nia minua nia onu betimi aye e na obeka ho asem. Nia ontimi nya no onka. Onye cheap or expensive." Sorry. John Mahama say, onye cheap or expensive. So, what he cannot do, he will not say it. He will only say what he can do. On to us.
We will focus on substantial government issues to get the job done in a no-thrills, no-frills manner. We will cut out the rigmarole and deliver realistic policies to impact our economy and our country positively.
Mahama say, na by now next year or bano. Sanya or shas year 4 years amode man no or say, or be implementing realistic policies. And yet Ponzi scheme policies. And yet kwekwananse policies. And yet policies are nyansa bi anim. And yet sabi you are trying na da policies of one village, one dam, one minia. Okay, na onimusa ontimenye. One district, one factory, na onimusa ontimenye. Agenda 119 near Sanima na omo kache mu na omunim se omutimenye omo kache mu say within the first 4 years Accra benya sky train Bawumia the cancer asem we chire Akufo-Addo na Bawumia e na e cancer asem we chire mu almost 8 years in the sky train na ya mutu. John Dramani Mahama say on Konisa. Mahama say obe implementing sebi policies sa ebe boamo enya Ponzi scheme enya zan enya jandam policies. Uti, Jemfia for Joe, Mahama say he is not going to chant jandam policies or say or be implementing policies are ebe buamu ankasa. Enya ni ayamu ye, enya ni Bawumia ye. It is a more train say Mahama and Somera entre mu say one village, one TV ni one idea on Konisa and so onye cheap. Mahama will never ever go low to that level. And I will catch them. Munti nyansasem. This is wisdom. Mahama say policy or sha ebe bua Ghana for policy ebe ma Ghana for resource and now they bremo nye Jimmy and nye muasem and nye fake promises Debbie.
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, the NDC proposes a series of transition measures to address the economic decline and set Ghana on the path to recovery. These measures include reducing the public debt by placing a moratorium on non-concessional borrowing, actively seeking concessional financing and grants, and reviewing legislation.
Mahama say, Sanya Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia ben etwa sika ma Enfo Bank of Ghana aboka no oba onkonisa. Mahama say, sa reckless borrowing na omo borrow over 700 billion no na ban ba onkonisa. Mahama say, omo spend $500 million on a single pit na ban ba onkonisa. Mahama say, private jet in Akufo-Addo flow na oboka etria 14,000 euros per hour no na ban ba onkonisa. Mahama say, ejimisemu na ekoswa ama economy no akrashe, inflation achisidi no oba onkonisa. And of course, Mahama can't believe him because why be that? 4 years I'm going to share Mahama and say, oh yeah. And my Ghana for you know who you never so now $1 to 4 cities. And about me dinner tem. Bawumia Akufo-Addo ya he called Mahama names Eddie Mahama tem incompetent. Na neirenso ate banchimbore Eddie afananim no di Bawumia chi na odi Mahama tem. Mahama is incompetent. Mahama is incompetent. Mahama is incompetent. Kasia omoba ye no ene or the free Mahama mreso $1 to 4 cities no ekoya ko do $1 to 17 Ghana cedis. You are telling me say these people are more competent than Mahama? You are telling me say these people are better than the NDC? Is that what you are saying? Is that what you are saying? Say, some kwasi aban way, some kwasi afo way no, omo ye better than NDC ana. And sorry, NDC, NPP na e pe e ya draw. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Say sorry, I say most of us, we are so disappointed in Tinetio and our NDC, NPP, they are all the same. E ya draw. NDC any munyan such NPP. E ya fact. NDC for no, omo drink Ghana for more than NPP. E ya fact. Because yeah, the two major NDC in Sa, omo perfect. Omo angels. They are not holy, but we see the things they do without power. Anya she grabono say NDC fonya to me. We see the things they do without to me. Unlike the NPP, what do they do? And the Otumfuo cry esreska. Or 100 Ghana obeje, 200 Ghana obeje. Otumfuo nyamekesi. Otumfuo na yanka ne huasem. Otumfuo bosomono is now begging because not by not failing. Otumfuo ti Kumasi ena yedi Mahama attempt to say enya Mahama mpona Osei ketia. Otumfuo never said a word. Today he is begging. Karma is real. And karma will always come around.
To limit the non-core activities of some state-owned enterprises. Why must we reduce our debt obligations? Because we need to do so to create fiscal
Mahama say oba Ghana kano obeteso e was say yeteso because yanteso a yampuntu nkonkan. Mahama so can decide Jinidi because Mahama Mresono or borrow only 56 billion. Mahama Mresono or borrow only 56 billion. Okomfo-Addo borrow over 700 billion. It is a Mahama Chemu say it was say Yetiye kanosu aje Mahama di because Mahama enuma oyeye nechin wa ambrosika wa ambroka engu Ghana for. In fact, time wa Mahama every abemo no ojasika ema Akufo-Addo mo. In fact, time wa John Dramani Mahama every abemo no ojasika ema Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia mu bedibi. Enu bi na COVID ba ya o minua o mo de je mo nkwa. Enu bi na COVID ba ya o mo de hwe mo eye Mahama sika ojaye no. Enya Mahama COVID no kebeku mu se moa. He said Mahama chemu say Mahama na onya 4 years or borrow less than 60 billion chemu say oba betemu kanu so aginidi because Mahama understands the equation. Mahama understands the assignment because nemre so no one borrow recklessly now so he was able to deliver. Osei a port, Tema port expansion, Tema maritime hospital, Osei Legon hospital now cover the buyer budi mirika kwa hono. Mahama le see sad money now so Mahama borrowing was less than 60 billion. It is a Mahama chemu say obano obetimo kano suwa. Don't doubt Mahama. A fact because he can do it. Why be that? Yam penokre.
adequate fiscal space to stabilize the economy and provide social services. So to achieve this, the NDC will implement, amongst others, the following measures. 1, as I said, place an immediate moratorium on all non-concessional borrowing. 2, pursue our bilateral partners and multilateral partners for more concessional financing and grants. 3, implement infrastructural projects that are self-financing.
Some say Mahama any message. Message no ebiani omuntie ni. Some say Mahama any message. All because say more try say Mahama so be ma fake promises of a one day straight one factory. Agenda 111. One region, one airport. One home, one laptop. One house, one toilet. One region, one constituency, $10 million. More try say Mahama so be konisa. Esan say Mahama enko ni santi mo sorry a na Mahama oni message muntie message no ebinie message Mahama won ebinie. Mahama is giving you solutions as to how se moto abama no na so ba obeteki Ghana out of the mess Bawumia mo de matumu no. Mahama che mo say se moto aba ema me na se me ba ekwan sei na mefa so ameje Ghana every san kwasiafo we nsem amna donko na san kwasiafo de Ghana fo ahyemu no ekwan a mefa so ameyi mu afiri mu no enie eno na Mahama kire mu no muntie ne ye.
And not a burden on the public debt. 4, limit the central bank's financing of government, as we did in 2016. 0 central bank financing of government. And also reform the Bank of Ghana.
Yes. Now mind you say Mahama Bresuno Bank of Ghana moka. In fact, omunya mfaso EDBC the bank hospital. John Dramani Mahama Embresuna Afibiano, Bank of Ghana Enyam Fasuo, under Bawumiano Afibiano, Bank of Ghana Eboka, because they are printing money recklessly. Now, John Dramani Mahama say Osaba, Obesa reformate the Bank of Ghana, Emoka Biemuda. John Dramani Mahama Embresuno, Bank of Ghana Enyam Fasuo, EDBC the bank hospital, Mahama say all bano, Obesa reformate Bank of Ghana. Na Mose Mahama ni message. Mose Mahama na o saba no ede no obeye. Enioma Mahama eba beye no ebinie e na o ka no. E na o kire mo no.
5, tighten legislation to put a cap on debt accumulation and prevent any future reckless finance minister from borrowing, as has been witnessed under this administration.
And a more I am social media, ebinum to Germany in Hawaii, Yanamokasai, Mahama Mbresono system, a dear system na Mahama, put in place now. Mahama say, Oba, Sanya Sanquasia Banway, Uforia Tamo Eba Bessia, left, right, center, no say Oba, obey legislation. As to pay audience and be a dachi on your crampua, no government can borrow recklessly. We should have a standing ovation for John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama say he has listened to your cries and he knows what to help the country. He knows what Ghanaians want. It's John Dramani Mahama say all sabano obe put in place a system wa ebe buase na bia dachi bi say minia onu ni ho krampoa enkwase aban bia entimi borrow recklessly. This is intelligence. This is a man who knows what he's doing. This is a man who knows clearly what to help the nation. This is an intelligent man. Because Mahama when they say, Esan say 4 years awonyaye when put it in place sa measures nintino eno na emai eyi sa nkwasa fo ba ya omo abo besia kodru over 700 billion tino or minua osaba obe put it up in place measure to make sure say or no crampo ni ho crampo a aban bia ni wa minua obetimi aboro recklessly. This is the intelligence, the policies of John Dramani Mahama. Mose Montiasie. Ibese buku sabu bisa. Ena Mahama na oban. Ede Jimmy for. Yenye se nipa. Over sume dasi. Mahama say Obano, Obe put in place a system to make sure that Chibi say Onuni Hokrampua. No government can borrow recklessly. You must give this man a standing ovation. The whole nation must say sorry to this man. Believe you me say the whole nation must go on their knees and say sorry to this man. Asiafo yedina bro. Say na yedi ye ho bro. Na ka se Mahama na yeye no. Na ka se Mahama na yedina. Say na yankasa na yankasa na sebi. Ye boy ye ho bro. Ye di ye ho bro. Na ka se Mahama na yeye no. Enye Mahama ye di ye ho bro. Ye di ye ho bro.
So you put a cap so that some rogue finance minister won't come in future and run up the debts again. And so if we say the debts must be 60% of GDP, at each every year you must calculate and make sure that you are under 60% of GDP. If the finance minister exceeds it, he will be sanctioned. Sanctioned.
Mahama say, Obeni sase nebeya dachi bi ken oforia tabin so ensama. Ken oforiata eba bi ensa ma ensa nkobon kwase abesia Bawumia bi ensa ma ensa mon kwase abesia Akufo-Addo babi nso jankroma Akufo-Addo nso ensa ma emon kwase abesia John Dramani Mahama say Obe putting up measures in place to make sure say nobody will be allowed to borrow beyond this threshold. This is the intelligence of Mahama. And we must give this man a standing ovation. Say this man is indeed a visionary. This man you see on your screen is the competent one to lead Ghana. I'm
sacked. Re-establish the sinking fund to smoothen out our debt repayment obligations. When we're in government, we set up a sinking fund to which we committed some of our oil revenues and other revenues so that any debts that were due, we had money to pay. Unfortunately, when this government came, they depleted the sinking fund and left it empty with no buffers to cover.
So what? Sinking fund the na Mahama mu diska tu mu ana eja change ba no. Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia ba ya omwedi. Pension for sika omwedi. Bank of Ghana asa boka. Yasa borrow over 700 billion. Asa use 500 million ed etu amna. Ama oba ko oba besia e be $2 million e shanim passe. Yaje COVID money. Yaje e-levy. Yaje every means of income. Now so obu hu ye ho ano. John Dramani Mahama say they are going to make sure say sadie e bin CBM. Because Mahama who say Ghana had oye den ya ejimi for the dozen. He said that be ono Mahama ni wa Ghana for besa to kwasiaba asa ma kwasiampa ni bi abedi Ghana for dim tino Mahama put it up in place measures in place to make sure said that be say kwasiafo a eti Ghana esa to kwasiaba kwasiampa ni bi ebedi Ghana for ni mu asabe the system will check that person. Mahama needs protection. And every Ghanaian must protect Mahama. It is now the responsibility of every Ghanaian to make sure say John Dramani Mahama is safe and healthy to save this nation because Mahama ma yewu. Say Mahama anye Ghana every somewhere in semwa yewu. This is knowledge and this is intelligence. So when nyansa na mi hu ni amofra no nyansa
themselves. We will stop the collateralization of statutory funds like the GET Fund and the District Assembly's Common Fund. We will review some legislations to limit the financial implications of non-core activities of some state-owned enterprises like the Ghana Cocoa Board and the GMPC. Additionally, we aim to reduce the size and cost of government, tackle corruption, and enforce stricter financial management regulations and guidelines.
Yes, Mahama say they are going to, reduce the cost of government. Sir, private jet na Akufo-Addo fro ya wa broker so egu mo hono. Mahama say obe jai sa de no. Mahama say they are going to reduce the cost of government. Meaning say Mahama is going to reduce the cost of ministers. Meaning say Mahama is going to reduce unnecessary borrowing, unnecessary expenditure, V8 more than 100. Wow. Some was Mahama say obe stopping up. Go on per way now per day. Mahama say he's going to run a lean government. Mahama say he's going to try so hard to run a government of only 60 ministers. One can't remember. Mahama say not by now, he's going to try so hard to run a government of only 60 or below ministers. Mahama say Obano as Gracia ubechem at the executive level, parliamentary no so no on the nasi ama entiasia ye juma ompewe na opedien eya Mahama kasamuntie ni ene abana boka over 700 billion. Mahama say Obano ono de onko ni sa na mo say Emma Mahama ma. These things, Bawumia can never say them. You know why? Because Bawumia is a pawn. Bawumia is a puppet of Okomfo Addo. Bawumia ni Okomfo Addo no. The same mentality. Duka adaya. The same nyansa we any Bawumia trim. Same nyansa we me see a bini Bawumia trim and be penny for a bini omu trim because omu na omu a nation wreckers. Bawumia can never ever come up with this kind of idea. Bawumia can never ever think like this. Never in his miserable life. Never.
To this effect, we will reduce the number of ministers and appointees.
Mahama said to this effect, he's going to reduce the number of ministers and appointees. Sani Okomfo Addo creative ministerial positions. Echichema wo fa enya 120 ministers. Mahama say on konisa. Mahama say obe reduce the number of ministers and appointees. Sani beya abine moka. John Dramani Mahama say, or be reduce the number of ministers and appointees, if possible, below 60, or be running Ghana with them. Hey, what happened? And Okomfo Addo will credit so many unnecessary ministries. There are so many ministries, they could have handled even two things. Now, so you are creating different because they were creating job for the people. They were creating job for family and friends. Mahama say, Oba Sadi and Unina Obechem. Mahama say, Oba running a lean, a slim government, not a bloated government. Uti.
We will merge ministerial portfolios to prune down the number of ministries drastically. For instance, I don't see why we have aviation ministry, railways ministry, transport ministry, and all the other ministries. Sanitation ministry, local government ministry, business development ministry.
What is it? Mahama say sanitation ministry and for so be any so because sanitation is the job of the mayors. Accra Mayor is the one responsible for the sanitation in Accra. Kumasi Mayor is the one responsible, a whole sanitation ministry. For so be any so, Mahama still be chem. There will be no more Dapa. There will be no more Abena Dapa under John Dramani Mahama. There will be no more $2 million hiding under the bed. It been see Ghana because some ministry will be chem. Ompe we now pedeng. Princess Jifa. Ompe we edie na ope kamoto na ope. Ompe we na ope. Ompe we edie na ope.
We will reduce waste and cost overruns, institutional borrowing, and breaches in public procurement rules. We will ensure compliance with internal and external financial control systems. We will review, and I'm sure, let me let Secretary General sit down. We will review and eliminate ex gratia in its current form.
Mahama Azaka. Mahama can the first time we say obey ex gratia. Now mind you say ex gratia no. John Dramani Mahama Eshase 4 years awunya na so wanwie. And I'm winning free ho. And eja yet na social media. Face the country now, face the the Mahondo Mamekra no me 2 free Kenya ha eko Ghana because of demo. Emma ye ka say ye de ye hia mampani a obetwa el gratia mu and I'm penny foi or mu disika and I entiase say somebody go to parliament for only 4 years will go home with a house and cast and whatever. Once a teacher ni it me quite a crassy extra there for 30 years. We go fear capre na ya tambe $2,000 be at the ashan in sem. Sad dear and penny for a moon chem na mu free ho. Ye can sa semono e boss sad dear who de ura meja and a mahama chile mu say me sad dear we are more me na me shas ye. Now so men we na ja mu yusu jandam e to me free until me sa ba no I'll make sure say es gracia me chem. Esan say yempe mahama semunti yemisa Bawumia say wonso what are you saying? Yemisa NPP for months no mo saba no es gracia no are you going to cancel or you not cancel rather you said di mahama tem say hi and mahama o fioko say ka won kwa na betwa mo die ne ka es gracia en minia enka ho na nka monko so niska no because yempe mahama asem yempe NDC asemunti no you said di mahama tem mahama saka ne bia mu say oba no es gracia obetwam or say from the executive level, obechem totally. Parliamentary level, there here legislation, it will pass through parliament. He doesn't have that 100% power. It has to pass through the floor of parliament for them to agree. That's why he says, he will begin to persuade parliamentarians to accept so that they abolish ex gratia, because ex gratia is enshrined in the law. So no president can come out and say, oh, sorry, I'm a champ. You can only do that at your own level, executive level. But parliamentary level, now Mahama will have to sit down with the parliamentarians and take out ex gratia. But when you know yes, said the Mahama tem kafoche Mahama say Mahama nkwana ebetwemu di ankenka. How then I idea brosa? Why are we so mean to ourselves? Why are we so wicked to ourselves? Why are we so much sabotaging our own progress? Why? Because all because of tribalism. We sabotage our own progress and we insult people who have the nation at heart. Alain.
That's why I want you to sit down. Comrades and friends, we will recalibrate and amalgamate duplicated state agencies. In some cases, there are state agencies doing the same thing. We will put them together. We will discontinue the payment of utility bills, fuel, DSTV, etc. as part of top government employee service conditions. The recent misuse of public funds by government officials demands more creative and stricter measures to prevent further financial losses. Therefore, we'll introduce stricter financial management regulations and guidelines to prevent the over 17 billion Ghana cedis that is lost in annual financial irregularities. We'll also safeguard the principle of value for money in public procurement by establishing an independent value for money office that will vet any project above a specified ceiling approved by Parliament.
This is sense. These are the kind of things wise Ghanaians want to hear. And yet, one village, one dam, and yet Jimikasa. And then one district, one factory, and yet these are the policies Ghanaians want to hear. Afribra, this is what Mahama was talking about. Muntie Kennedy Waha. NPP abayin wahu. Almost share that creative ministries at my family and friends. Muntie Kennedy, Yanko.
Former member of parliament to whom you see on your relevant to me. I don't want to discuss. Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't want to discuss him because one no more grano or no see may have been a member of parliament for 6 consecutive terms into on your relevant or say me a bema ubeshia me you know or push me. Because God can maintain them say 500 million. 500 million what? Dollars. From where? I'm just say Sika yes you this kind of demand just to step down. Make in Japan. Why man I mean One man mean 5. When no moment I can address it, says I know me. I want 5 men and me could demand 500 million. From when? From when? What country? Making a Japan. You see, sir, and throw away no. And what? Making a Japan. And I'm could demand $500 million. Making a Japan. Now, what me boarding? Any part be call no ho. Me say me $500 million. Now me step down. Only me nipa do approach me. Me say delegate any Ghana who don't. I will never do it.
Time FM.
The money they offered was $800 million. If he doesn't know, you should ask Mr. Okomfo.
Oh, they
Say what? $800 million. And the man say only ni now on step it down. Today Otumfuo is in need of only 1.2 million. Because CSG said the bear Asante amuko jimu nkwasi ewu. Otumfuo nyabi. Only $1.2 million Otumfuo here say or the CSG in Sankai. Ye makusa sa kwasi ampani way 800 million say onye. Now on step it down about me and running on the post. This is the kind of government you brought into power. This is the kind of government you brought into office. What dimuhua bro? What dimuhua? And yamina mo yemu. Mo nya Kevin Taylor. Mo yemu ho. Mo nya Nkoto. Mo yemu ho. Samson wa mo nya no. Mo yemu ho.
They offered $800 million.
Not even 500.
No. Says I know Candia. And I'm saying they see from Ghana first. Namono 2016. I'm doing top pickups. And then you owe me $800 million. But I have not. I have not.
And I is by Jesus can.
Mary, I won't hear me say, let's drop the E. Now, what the November 4th? Yeah, what do you say? Yeah, person would tempt me, some make a BB, no Marco Kay, but they offered $800 million. My friend, Mr. Okomfo, on them in Kasana, see from $800 million. And I'm saying,
there's one other video I'm looking for. I think it might be let me see, maybe it might be this one. I'm sure they say we are.
Me, I did economics, A level university. So who is he? Because me ba because be Francine dump him and go school any 18 man. I would be some $400 million. I worth more than that. How much $1 million bring? Would degree no BPR. And nipa now supporting say nya krono no about only $400 million. And when look, I'm serious about these issues because when we have such people leading, or say in a blind man's world, one-eyed man is a king.
Let me see if it's this one.
Mensa and Shananum. It won't to me bomb a pumpim.
There's one video I'm looking for. There's one video, very important video, where Kennedy, Japan made some claims. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's very, very important. Just a moment. Let me see if it's this one.
Former President John Dramani Mahama Edinson be Atucha. Nanisama Wakanyana say, come here, say,
no. There's one particular video I'm looking for.
Mine was so a minister.
Thank you.
Mimi influencing Ganwa.
Montier. Ahano, Kennedy H. Musagana ha. Why not obey a minister under Okomfo-Addo or no influence and kahon? Or say every ministerial appointment he's the one who influenced. Or say, Omuna a share that creative ministers at the chairman of family and friends, a kahuntia, Okomfo-Addo, a running a 120 ministers, a government of 120 ministers. Kennedy say, Abna da pamu na Omuna a creative ministers, ministerial positions at the ma omo. Eye abnada pa how akumsin mu na on or see or no and a ma Bawumia mo e create all those Ponzi scheme ministries at the ma omo just to create them jobs or just to create jobs for them because they believe so much in government of family and friends. They believe so much in we are Chimuni, we are Santini, we Freehantino, ye create bibi enfamano. Enuntino, Samokaya, conform reso, or create senior minister, ye misaneshi, just because or the manaconta. Kofo create senior minister at the manaconta, The same thing. And the Akufo-Addo so yeah. Almost that creative ministries at my family and friends. That's why government in Abokan, anything the Bank of Ghana Abokan. Because they were running a bloated government. They ran a bloated government. Inti ene Ghana boka amempo Bank of Ghana crampo asa boka. Na mo sa ye demo so a omo sa ka kire bu se mo ye Jimmy for mo ye hooligans. Muntie.
Position. I'm challenging all of them.
Ministers of Central Region.
Yes. Me say how Kumsin. Ene oka nsemo amimu no. How Kumsin. Onko bisa President Akufo-Addo. Na ombisa Chairman Bute. How they created the special initiative ministry for him.
Thank you. Osei how Kumsin onko bisa. E kwan ya omo fa so a omo creative ministry of special development initiative no ema no. I ne also hon kwan ene odidi wom. You see how they think? It won NPP no omo creative ministry because this person is competent or because say Ghana needs that ministry. They create to serve their own interest. They create and share among themselves. Have you what you say? You see why I don't support this government? You see why I don't support NPP? Because me a war-thinking Ghanaian. Me a Ghana ni amadwini ye mo amoshe na monshe. Me a Ghana ni amadwini ye djuma. Me a Ghana ni aminimunyansa, me a Ghana ni aminyimi ye. Because minimu say sa ban we sa party we no. This is what they do. Sanitation ministry, Ministry of Development, now you're creating tantan time. Yeah, minya enya she. Now so now you're chafa. These guys are all on payroll. They are riding, they are driving V8. They have houses. They get allowances for air, clothing allowance, water allowance, food allowance. They get everything. This is what John Dramani Mahama is talking about. They say not buying bar on Kwanisa. Mahama say, Obe running a lean government. Mahama say, Obe putting up in place measures to make sure that actually so no ni wa kwasi ampani bia ensan creating on nursery ministries. Na bose mo pe Mahama say, mo se Mahama ni mu nyansa. Mo se be yo Mahama oni mu nyansa odi bebu Ghana. Mo pe Mahama bi. Mo ntena we.
Okay. You should go and ask. Uncle Bisa. Mamia or free so nya case or free so. Or no, and I did Ministry for Transport. A man.
Auntie C.
Yes,
C. Brother Pa.
Yes, and I'm not Chairman Kutin Koi. So Chairman Kutin says, President, me baby anywhere met me a year Juma. And he with 19 seats out of 23 dear. Obia your deputy, yes, no. Kikri. And I ochiem. Emma aviation. And I see my bear transport. Mamma, I'm fine, Chamada.
You see how they do it?
What you see?
It's your ministries now omo. They were not there to serve Ghana. They were not there to see to the interest of Ghana full. Says all these ministers are here to serve Ghana and to help Ghanaians. So there be you say make money. Ya to me hey, ya dada Ghana for, ya dada account for, ya dada Asante for, and ya to me na wie. Ni akano enrich yourself. Ma create bibia ma make sure say by the time wa 8 years no ebeso no na wa pesika no bi egu ho because after 8 years no ensa be hama dwe. This is how they think say. Okay, to me naba. Right now we have the power. What you have to do is say every person be a owo eye NPP mu bia no yen create enyuma ema obi anya bini na obi a empeska ne bi ngu ho after 8 years no yenimu say ye tie bia Ghana for to abama yen enti no say 8 years no so na say Ghana for to abani tia yen a obi a woni sika don't come and disturb me again. So therefore yen create we ma we yen create we ma we yen create we ma we eno na enam so a Akufo-Addo enya 120 ministers no. Eno na enam so Bawumia enya 120 ministers no. Eno na enam so Bawumia running bloated government no. Eno na enam so Bank of Ghana aboka no. Eno na enam so Ghana aboka over 700 billion no. Say yen create enkwasya ministries enfa nchemfa. Aban we santo aso. Jordan, aban we santo aso. Hey. Mota mo mre ho.
How? Na positions in na wachawie. The actual year na ye.
Afesa Matias enetia Cecilia Dapa area $2 million share name pass no. Afesa Matias because Cecilia Dapa ye mane tiase say ye share that creative ministry we ya ma say fa peska ne bi go ho. Abena Dapa ye free aban mu a don't come and disturb anybody. We are giving you the chance. Go and steal and enrich yourself and your family. Afei Matias here. Nientia abena Dapa area more than $1 million share name pass. Afei Matias here. Because ye share that creative our ministry no purposely for her to go and steal. You are not getting the picture. Are you now understanding the whole thing? Say, ye share that creative our ministry no Bawumia mo Kennedy mo e share that creative our ministry no e de ma abena Dapa say go and steal. You free aban mu a don't disturb anybody. Me Kennedy e Japan. Me misika now so you free aban mu a don't disturb me. We have 8 years to enrich ourselves. Make sure you take advantage of the power we have. Enrich yourself. Steal the money. You can keep the money under your bed, under your pillow, in your trunk, in your bag, in your kitchen. You can keep the money in your offshore bank account. You can keep the money in your foreign bank account. You can keep the money anywhere. But make sure, say, you steal with no traces. You free abemua, don't disturb anybody again. This is the ideology, the principles of NPP. These are the principles upon which NPP was created, and as I was founded. These are the principles. We have only 8 years. Yen creating mon creating chamfa after a massa Ghana Vosika. Yen creating a chamfa and nuntina Okomfo-Addo I so aggressive say Bawumia Antoaso because Okomfo-Addo mu say Bawumia Antoaso all these things will be investigated. That's why Okomfo-Addo is so wild to see Bawumia in power. Because Bawumia ba ya hwehwem na so John Dramani Mahama ba yanche Okomfo-Addo mpo they'll look into it and expose every rot. Now so Bawumia ba yanche obi ya hwehwe bibia mu. That is why Okomfo-Addo is so desperate to see Bawumia in power. Inti ene no se moto aba ema Bawumia, you are voting to cover up all these rots. You are voting to cover up all this corruption. After you get a whole picture. Authority. But maybe you could your lecturer. Tutu. Or no. And we are authority, man. Near any president this year. Gift you could not do. Near any president this year. To be honest with you, we were fighting for Alex Market. But on your issue be see a Greek bank, Nyoma Bibi, Tina President Penny Dean Krati. So the most senior after Alex Mark, maybe the MP post was Howard. Okay. That is how come Howard Kumasi. We got the position for her. Now nominate President she and I'm saying, Howard Kumasi, a Nyoma war central region. And Yamin am better now when him Emma who created special initiatives at the man. So you should go and ask. Yes. And Yamin na me better now when him Emma who created special initiative at the man. She should go and ask. After what you Nientia Abena Dapa say or spending $48 million to drain a gutter. All because say ye should that creative had any man say go and steal. You get a whole picture? Ye should that creative ministerial positions at the man almost say family and friends say go and steal. Go and enrich yourself. It's not about Ghana. It's not about you. It's not about the progress of this nation. It's about NPP penning for how they can enrich themselves. Akom ni nchiremu. Akom eni nchiremu. Akom eni nchiremu. Afe what you say? Afe mo. Nientia Cecilia Dapa AKP more than $1 million. Eshe name pass ya. Ye che no Okomfo-Addo ese defend no. Connect the dots. Princess Jifa, learn to connect the dots. Afemwa tiasia nyentia ye chi Sicilia da pa Okomfo-Addo pemu na kasamampani ese defend no afemwa tiasia because ye sheda creative man say go and steal. Iti oria e normal. Yana ye man is akwanya no. Yana minia ye creative sa de ne man no. Afemwa tiasia. And it's a must Bawumia Akufo-Addo there and you may say next 4 years will be worse than the past 8 years. Semose Bawumia NPP and Asante dia me mamu na obiati ase say next 4 years will be worse than the past 8 years because they'll steal them all, they'll wreck them all. Because if you give a thief abundance of power, they become more corrupt, more dangerous. If you give power-hungry people, if you give a bunch of thieves more power, unprecedented power, they become more arrogant, they become more corrupt, they become more thieves. Timosi next year, Bawumia Akufo-Addo nko, na Bawumia kroya entoaso dia, then expect nothing but the worst to come. Expect nothing but unprecedented thievery. Expect nothing but gargantuan corruption. Mary, Madam Nyamase. Those of you who have sent me stars, I really appreciate. And I'll see you at exactly 3 p.m. Ghana time with the main version of Freemind live. Over Facebook, your page is name, your Freemind family and Freemind family news. Over YouTube on Swa, your Freemind family and Freemind family news. Freemind family news. Oko TikTok on so a Freemind family. Oko Instagram, Twitter, so na a Freemind family. Me da Loud Silence Media can tell us a brebiano or dear to a Loud Silence TV. So mon call Play Store ni Apple Store na mon download a Loud Silence Radio app on so aba. Kevin Taylor call live hobia every afternoon. He comes live. I think say beginning from yesterday or today, he comes live on the Loud Silence Radio every afternoon via Ghana time piano. Oba live or and so also the maiden version also and I said the main version also as Abremo. It won't go to your Play Store or your Android user, go to the Play Store or your iPhone user and so go to the Apple Store and download Loud Silence Radio. These are the platforms I'm putting okay. Loud Silence Media, Freemind Family, Nkoto, something where apart from these platforms, all other platforms are all jandam. Yeah, kind of no chiremo, ebedi matrosa, omudi atroni we are. Now, Otumfuo asabet say SRS kase. 100 Ghana fabra, 200 Ghana fabra because Asanteman penokre because Otumfuo name ukra on penokre. That's why today Otumfuo has now become a laughing stock. Yen changing the narrative by voting John Dramani Mahama into office to continue the good work that he did in the first 4 years at Ghana for edition in Sano. Madam Nyamase, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you at exactly 3 p.m. Ghana time, which is 15 GMT. Until then, have a nice time and stay blessed. Bye.
I will pray in Hebrew. Todaya Shach. Shamaki Shrai Yehovah. El Ahenu Yehovah Eckhart. We Ahata et Yehovah. Elohika Bika Nuvika. Uvika Noveshika. Uvika Miyodika. Todaya Shach. Rurakadesh. Amen. I will pray in Hebrew. Todaya Shach. Shamaki Shrai Yehovah. El Ahenu Yehovah Eckhart. We Ahata et Yehovah. Elohika Bika Nuvika. Uvika Noveshika. Uvika Miyodika. Todaya Shach. Rurakadesh. Amen.